Hi, and a very good morning to our beloved lecturer, which is Miss Angela. And today we are going to present about our first project of Introduction to Sociolinguistic subject. So we are from Group 5, and here are my group members, which is myself, Nur Fatihah binti Muhammad. You can call me Teha. And the next one is Pravita. And the last one is Azila. Okay, so today we are going to go through one by one of our projects. So now I will pass to my group members.
Hi, my name is Nur Azila and I will present about the introductions. So, sociolinguistic is the studies how the language is related to the society and how the effect language use and how people affect language use it. So linguistic is also about how variety in the language change between a group of people because of things such as race, gender, status, and also so on. So basically, what we have to do in this project is we have to find a video, 10-minute video, 10-minute video about the conversation between three peoples or more. So we have merged two video in one, which is the first video is about how Malaysian people know about the Malaysians, and basically the video is about the one person ask another Malaysian people randomly in the one shopping mall about the Rukun Negara. They ask about how many prime minister in the Malaysians and so on. And the second video is about the a group of women in the party who talk each other and know each other. So and also another and also there has another video is about the conversation between the seller and the buyer, the pembeli to buy the sari. So the sellers inform the sari which sari that they like, something like that. So based on the two video that we have merged together, we have to analyze about how we have to analyze the related between the conversations of the language that they have used in the video. For example, from the first video, we know that most of the Malaysian speaks, especially Malay people or the Chinese people love to speak Malay by add the Malay speaks English word by add Malay word by at the end of the conversation or of the sentence. For example, like when they want to say when someone want to ask hey you, when to ask you want to join me. I say and the Malaysian people they say jom lah. So they put a la at the last of the word the jom. So English word and they put another of Malay word. So for the second video is about the Indian women who meet each other in the party. So when we know that from the video, we know that Indian people speaks English. The way they speak English has a like of the Indian pronunciation. So So the way they pronounce, or the way they speaks English will have the little bit of the Indian, have a little bit of the Tamil pronunciation. This is because of the area. Their mother tongue is the Tamil. So, of course, when they speak English as the second language, they will have the slang or the Indian terminations that we cannot be removed from our mouths, from our tongues, because that is we born with that language. So, of course, we will have the little bit of the slangs, of the pronunciation, the sounds. So that's all. Thank you. Hi, my name is Nur Azila, and today I will introduce, I will explain about the participation framework. So, participation framework is defined as analyzing the various interactional roles played by different people in the group in a particular place. So, these, so in the participation framework is we analyze how the people react with the conversations. So in the one conversation is not focused on the speaker and also the listener. The listener here refer to the one person that the speaker is refer, but it's also refer to the whole group that involved in the conversations. For example, from the conversation or the video, we can see that Mr. Chopra introduced her neighbor to the Mr. Ranjani, which is the owner of the party. So this kind of situation indirectly, everyone's indirect, so it's make that indirectly everyone's in the group of the conversation welcoming her. The friends of the new neighbor of the Mr. Chopra, which is Mr. Asha. So next is ethnography of speech. So ethnography of speech is refer to the studies language that used as display in the daily life of particular speech communities. So it's refer to the the offerings speech that always that the often speech that always use in one communities. For example, in the Malaysians, for examples, in the Malay peoples, most of the Malay people usually use Assalamualaikum for start their conversations. And and or or and in or in Europe, most of the people say hi, hello to the new persons that they are found or they are meet for start the conversations. So from the video, we from the video, I take the one examples from the conversations, which is, and of course, one further territory lah. So here refer that Malay that the Malays people like to use or to put la at the end of the words to 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 define some meaning. For example, here is defines the word la in the sentence refer to the right. So it's actually the person want to say that, of course, one further territory is, they want to say that, of course, one federatory law is mean that they have the 14 uh the 13 states in the Malaysias and one territory. So they want to focus on the territory, and they put la at the end of the sentence or this the word. So next is the community of practice. So community of the practice is the first knowledge based social structure, and it happened when the people realize they can get the benefit from sharing something like the knowledge, insights, or experience to the person who has same interest and goal like them. So here, for examples, when you have the meeting, the conversations in the one group, everyone in the group will share the same the same purpose. So when you talk, for example, the conversations is about the benefit of something, so the whole or the people in the group will share the some things that refer to the benefit of this kind of the topics. So it's share the same topic here. So Miss Community just says something the same. Everything is same. So here we can see the from the conversations, most of the people, we can see that there are many of the peoples in use ah la ye okay at the end or at the beginnings, and that's kinds of word de define the different meaning in the different word. And here we can know that Malaysian people love or like to use the word to to mention something, like when they are not sure something they should or is it okay, is it right, and when they want to focus on the something they say la, something like that. uh so the the word is defines different meaning in the different intonations in one of the speech. So it's focused on the like the intonations everyone. So we can, from the video we know that that's kind of the community use this kind of that's kind of way to speak to start the conversations or to end the conversations. So and next, from the second video, we can know that this kind of the community or this kind of the group is the Indian group, from the way they pronounce or the way they talk about about some things. This is because we can see that we can see that the conversations have the same way of the conversations have the same way of pronunciation, which is the pronunciations of the sentence word as the combinations between English and the Tamil language. This is because the Tamil language is their first their first language or their mother tongue. So they're very fluent in the Tamils. That's why when they speak in the second language like English, they will have the some of the slangs in the way they pronounce the second language. They will have the slangs of the first language when they speak something word or something language in the second language. And next is the social network. So say social network here refer to the relationship between individuals with others through the social or in the sociolinguistics, social network is used basic for analysis linguistic variations. So in the social network is referred to the two is divided into two, which is the first one is the dense network, which is everyone in the group of the network source of the social networks know each other. And the second one is the multiplex network, which is this is the is tied between two people or more people know each other in the several place. For example, from the video, we know that all the parties, all the peoples, we know that the parties connect all of them. So all of them use the the full of the words, not a simple word, because that is their first meeting. So when here refer to this mm, when we talk in the one group that when we start the conversation or when we hear the conversation, we will know whether these kinds of the people in the group is the person have been known for a long times, or this is of the community in the group is the person is the first meeting. We can devise, we can know with the way how they speak to others. For example, when we meet in our friends, we just say, hey bro, what's up? And next when we meet and once and the first when we meet a first person in the first meeting, of course we will talk in in like the you like not usual like the former word, like there's no what's up, which is a what's up, hey, how are you, something like that. This is for the first meetings. And when we meet them for the every time, because we know them, they are our friends or something like that, they we will say we will talk to them differently, like how we talk in the person in the some persons in the first meeting. We talk like hey what's up, something like that, more shorts and more informal and more casual, something like that. So casual is for the friends or for our for the people we know that, and the former is for the sometimes people that higher than us, and also the for the for the for the people who we meet for the first time. Thank you.
From the video are young Malaysians, that it affects the language used in the video. The language used in the video was informal. Setting of the video is at a public place, and it was at a shopping mall. The video was carried out at a shopping mall, and this contributes to the use of informal language in the video. Conversation is considered casual between the interviewer and the participants. This is because the setting and the participants contributes to the casual conversation between the interviewer and the participants. Formal language was not emphasized. Yes, based on the first video, there was no formal language emphasized in the video because even the interviewer tend to use non-formal language. All right. So based on the first video, also we noticed that the participants or the main language used in the video was Manglish, which is a combination of Malay and English. This is because the most participants are Malaysians. All right, moving on to the next one, the social dimension. Talking about the social dimension, let's talk about the the third video that we have chosen. The social distance between a retailer and his customer. The third video that we have chosen is a conversation between a customer and a retailer. The customer meets a retailer to buy a sari. So the conversation carried out in the video was formal. This is because the social distance between the retailer and the customer. Therefore, the retailer addresses his customer with Mr. Next, talking about the second video, whereas a group of friends meets up at a party. Here, status between a group of friends, whereas the host of the party addresses only one of a friend with Mrs., while the rest with their name. So here we can see the difference of statuses between a group of friends, where one of the friend that was addressed with Mrs. is considered has a higher status than the rest. Furthermore, the formal conversation among the friends could also be a contribution due to the setting of the video, whereas it was carried out at a party. So it makes the interaction amongst the friends more formal. Moving on, based on our analysis on the three videos, talking about the first video, we have found out that the conversation or the language used in the video is bilingual. Malaysians are bilingual. Therefore, they practice daily language of Manglish, and therefore it influences the conversation amongst one another. Most of the Malaysians are bilinguals, whereas they use more than one language in their daily conversation, and they tend to mix up most of the languages. Therefore, we have found out that based on our first video, the participants are bilinguals. That is it from me. Thank you.
Which is the last one, speech community. So here is the last aspect of social linguistic that we found from the video. Okay, so as we mentioned speech community, so speech community is that the community share about the language for them to communicate each other. So that as we found in the video, so speech community where the Chinese community and the Indian community communicate each other by using one language, which is English language. So that we call as speech community, where they communicate each other or share English language to interact each other. So in this community, in this speech community, we found that all the community will have a lot of interaction each others. Then we call as a speech community. So last but not least is conclusion. So now, as we know, social linguistic is a language and the social combined together that we learn in social linguistics. So this kind of thing that we must understand a part of the organization of social meaning through interaction. That means this social linguistic it will occur in the community where they have an interaction. So this social linguistic aspect is investigate how social linguistic occur and what is achieved in oral communication and social interaction. That means Sociolinguistic is very important that we can learn from the interaction of the community. So for me, sociolinguistic it can help the community interact with another community So that's all for us. Thank you for your time, madam.